All right, so with all the biggest things happening today, like Davos and Alex Jones having a fundraiser all day till midnight, I was thinking about all the things I wanted to talk about, like those things and everything else. But then I really want to talk about Steven Crowder coming out with a video talking about Big Con with their bad contracts, and then Tim Pool talking about it. They had a really good conversation on Timcast today, and I think a good way to summarize the difference between like doing things on your own or signing with a big company like Daily Wire or Glenn Beck, Glenn Beck's was this company, The Blaze, or any other big company. Like the difference between the two would be like renting an apartment or owning a house. And being independent is like owning a house, and it's like it's better, but some people or a lot of people don't want to do it, and people end up wanting to do things the easiest way possible, and that's why you'll want to go to McDonald's and have fast food. You don't want to make your own food, even though it's probably better to have a garden and cook your own food and all this stuff, and you can probably make money and save a lot and do better in life overall in the long run. When you do things on your own, gardening, canning, and cooking and everything, it could be better than McDonald's, and having your own house can be better than having an apartment. With a lot of people tend to go that route. Not everybody. There's exceptions, and it's like do what you want to do kind of thing. And with content creating, it's easier to be like, oh yeah, I just want to do my show, and I don't want to worry about the business side of it, the technical side of it, and everything else. So I'll just hand it over to some kind of big company that will deal with all that, and they'll do they'll do all that stuff, and I'll have to sign a contract. And if I say something they don't like, or if I get kicked off Facebook or YouTube or something else, then they'll penalize me. If that's in the contract, it's like it's pretty devastating. And if you're in that position, like the best thing you can do is try to really negotiate the best contract. I mean, it's like if you're really small and you're starting off, if it's possible to have a contract that's like only a year, and you get the money, and they do the heavy lifting, it's like it's beneficial in a way. At least from that perspective, you feel like, well, this is gonna help me, especially if you're able to get a really big reach and get a lot of new audiences that you wouldn't otherwise get. So there is some kind of advantage to signing your soul to the devil, making a contract. And the problem is getting stuck in the contract, or not reading the fine print and finding out that you can't get out of that deal, or they'll maybe they'll do something that's crazy. I mean, what are they gonna do? I don't know, but it's like being in that situation. Um, you really want to have a leverage when you're making a deal. I mean, that's something that Donald Trump would talk about in his book, The Art of the Deal. And it's like you really want to be in that position all the time if you can. And it's good to be able to work with people like in some kind of like independent way where you're like a contractor. And they talked about that in Tim Pool today. The example was like Luke from We Are Change. He's on Tim Pool, but he's not working for Tim Pool, but he's on it whenever he wants to be. Like he jumps on and he volunteers, and it's like that model is really good. They talked about trying to find a way to like put everybody in a package, kind of like something that you might find on the Blaze or the Daily Wire, or like with the internet, with like when you sign up for a cable or satellite, like you get a bundle package, and you get like a group of channels or a group of shows that you want to watch, and so you pay monthly. And like, say you like Steven Crowder, you like Alex Jones, you like Tim Pool, you like these different people, different shows, and it's like you may be tempted to be like, oh, I just want to pay $10 a month, and then I get all these shows. And so it's like these big companies are trying to suck up all these personalities so that they can put them on their roster, on their schedule, so that they can attract people to sign up monthly for their video streaming services, which is supposed to be like competing with Netflix and Disney and Apple and all the different streaming services out there, video streaming services. And when you sign up, it's like it's good as it's good in a way if you're just watching it, but as a content creator, you become dependent on them, and then you're stuck in that situation where you're vulnerable, and you'll be forced to do whatever they say, or else you're out on the street without money, without a lot of stuff. And it's like, that's a pretty bad position to be in. And is it possible to do something on a blockchain where it's like, yeah, it's like the streaming services on a blockchain, and the like you get paid based on how many views you get or something. Like, it might be possible. They talked about that too on Tipcast, and I would say that the technology is already there, in a sense that you do make money. You make some like crypto, like you can make crypto like money on some of the websites where you upload your content, like Rumble and Odyssey and Hive.blog and 3Speak. It's like all of that already exists, and so it's like, I would say really quickly that people can do that, and I think that's a good thing. And I think that a lot of crazy things are happening, a lot of good things are happening. I'm just gonna upload this video to YouTube. There's probably like more stuff that I want to say that I talk about on my daily blog. I don't want to say it right now because I'm trying not to get another channel of mine suspended. Like, I think about all the channels I've had over the years on YouTube. Just YouTube alone, like over 40 channels. I think about all the videos they deleted of mine, over 10,000 videos that they deleted of mine off those channels, I think I feel pretty devastated. I still try to be edgy. I try to share the truth of what's happening in the world and history and things that I care about, or whatever else, as much as possible online. But I also try to self-censor, which is a terrible thing to say. It's like I do try to be a little bit smart, and even though I do try to be smart, I just still run into problems. Like I just got out of Facebook jail a few days ago in January 2023, and I was in the Facebook jail for a month, and that happens every once in a while, many different times over the years, dozens and dozens of times, like several times a year or more. It has happened since like 2014 or maybe longer in some cases. And it's like, it's crazy when, like we live in this kind of world for those mostly people on the right, politically, mostly. But I think that a lot of people have to be patient. It's like if you're passionate about what you're doing with the kind of content that you got, whatever it is, you really gotta just stick with it, keep going, regardless of what it is, whether it's political or cultural or anything else. What else is there? But it's like whatever it is, like I would try to avoid trying to sell your soul to the devil. Like you don't want to sell your soul to the devil. Like you don't want to like get stuck in these contracts. I don't even know if I signed a contract when I was on TV one time with NBC 2009. I signed a contract, but hopefully there was nothing crazy in it. I sort of read it really quickly, and I was only on the show for one episode. The Comcast wanted adventure host, but it's interesting signing the contract in 2009 and then being on TV in the Northwest of America in Oregon, the Comcast SportNet channel 38. It was on TV in 2010. I think about that sometimes because I'm like, what did I do? I was younger, and I just signed it. I don't know what I signed. I mean, even though I read it, sort of, and there was a tall, hot girl who was like the sort of like a hostess, escorting me. Not an escort, but she was escorting me out as I was like, you go on the show and you audition, and they put that on TV, and it's only like a minute long. They interview you. It's not American Idol. There's no Simon Cowell, but there was a guy from Jackass, and there was a girl, and there was the older guy. And you do the audition. They ask you, why should you be on the show? As an adventure host, like, are you good in the outdoors? And I just said a few things, and they said, no thank you. And then so I go backstage, and there's the tall, hot girl, and she has me sign a contract, and then I'm out the door, out of the Memorial Coliseum in Portland, Oregon. It wasn't the Rose Garden. It was the other one. The other big arena stadium building next to it, next to the Rose Garden. And I imagine it's like when you're in these positions, it happens so fast and you don't think about it when you sign a contract, and it's like you could be making a mistake. It could be a good opportunity. It depends on the situation and everything and the details. So it's like you really got to think about it, and you should take the time to read the fine print before making a deal. And it's crazy. You probably do need a lawyer because it's like you don't know what they're gonna do and what are they gonna make you do, kind of thing. And I think it's really good that Steven Crowder put out that video and that it got a lot of people to talk about it. And I think it's a step in the right direction for people, regardless of your politics, religion, culture, and everything else. Like, I don't want to try to force people to only think what I think and believe what I believe, and how I feel. Like, I like freedom, and I believe that people should have the right to do what they want, and that's the opposite of what Davos believes, and some of the other people where they have their meetings and they want to take care of the world, or maybe not, but whatever it is, they can say what they want, and then you go to Switzerland and you can ask people on the streets at Davos, and they could be like, yeah, these people are going to help us because we got a problem coming. And the problem that Al Gore talked about and John Kerry talked about, and a problem that they've been talking about for more than 100 years, even though it's actually a scam. And I'm trying not to say specifically what I'm talking about because I'm trying not to trigger the AI or the crazy fact checkers on YouTube. I think it's crazy. I think no matter what I do, I can still get banned again, get another channel terminated. I think that's unfortunate that they do that, especially for smaller creators like me. And I admit that I'm smaller, but it is what it is, and I think a lot of good things are happening with people being aware of what's happening. It's good the CDC is saying now, this week, that they didn't know. Even though they know, but they're lying. They're trying to cover their ass. They're trying to say, yeah, we didn't know what the big pharma was doing, and that was going to do that stuff, and now it's doing that stuff, and I'm trying not to say what I'm talking about, but anybody who knows about that knows what I'm talking about, and I already wrote about it on Twitter and on my blog, and I sort of talk about some of it on Facebook now that I'm back again. I think it's good. It's still kind of crazy, but it's a step in the right direction, and I only wish for the best for people like Steven Crowder and Tim Pool and everybody else. And I think it's something that you just gotta take a day at a time. That's all you can do, It's like, what else are you gonna do now? All right. Till next time, I'm the most banned oatmeal in the world.